guys, it's Tina and I am back and I am here with another haul video, and I know I should be standing in the corner on punishment because I did say I am going on a low buy, and I am, you know, but things happen and stuff and I have no excuse. I really don't. And I took my ring off because I am about to do some swatches for you guys because I am excited to jump into these products, and I don't want to get my ring messy just in case people want to get scandalous and talk about Lord God, Shana husband have problem and war. No, the ring's just off for swatches. But I picked up a couple of products from Sephora, not as many products as you would think from Sephora, because I went ahead and purchased directly from a couple of websites, specifically Tarte and Urban Decay, and I picked up quite a few items from them that I wanted to share with you guys, and then also mix them in with some Sephora items that I picked up along the way. I think I'm gonna start with the Urban Decay items, then jump into Sephora, and then do my Tarte items last because I have the most from Tarte and probably the most interesting from Tarte. But from Urban Decay, I went ahead and picked up their brushes, and I didn't pick up all their brushes. Like they have a brush vault that has all the brushes, but I didn't pick up the brush vault. I picked up individual brushes, and I picked up quite a few of their brushes. I wanted to test them out and try them out for you guys. I have face brushes and eye brushes, and I've used some of these. I did a recent video with Urban Decay products, and I decided to just go ahead and use these brushes since I can put them to the test and you guys can see them in action as well, to see if they're brushes that you might be interested in. And I think a lot of people will be interested in these brushes because they are cruelty-free brushes and they're good for the environment because they're made from recycled plastic bottles. So if you're vegan, if you're into cruelty-free products, and you don't want to use brushes with animal hair, you want synthetic hair, then these are synthetic hair and they are very soft brushes. And they have a few brushes here that I am in love with, and a few that I discovered that I'm in love with. Like their blending brushes, they have their crease brushes that I absolutely love. I love the softness. I love the handles. I just love these. Like their Smoky crease. They have a tapered blending brush. They have a moon dust brush. So the eye brushes I've been really loving. I've been loving these brushes. And they have this finger brush here that, whoops, it fell. I bought two of these because it's a dome shape that is shaped like a finger. And they call it the finger brush. They literally call it the finger brush. And you can use it on your inner tear duct. It really gets into that area, and you can use it also under your eye. I think this would be great for concealer and getting in that inner tear duct area. And one brush that really surprised me is the diffusing highlighter brush, which is this duo fiber brush, and I use this in my tutorial with my highlighter. The one, they have a highlighter that I thought was just gonna be too glittery, too crazy, and this diffusing highlighter really applied the highlighter great. So I'm like, wait a minute, I wouldn't have even expected that. Like I bought the brush without thinking about it too much because it's a highlighter brush, what's it gonna really do, right? So I wasn't even really expecting that much from it, and I will say it's such a great highlighter brush. That one I highly recommend, along with their blending crease brushes. And then along with the brushes, I picked up some of their new shades of eyeshadows. These are from their vintage collection, so they're eyeshadows from previous palettes that they're re-promoting, or from their previous collection that was discontinued that they're bringing back. So I picked up 4 of the shades, and these eyeshadows are actually, some of them are actually in their limited edition Vice Reloaded palette, and I really shouldn't have gotten these because I already bought the limited Reloaded palette. You'll see that in my Ulta haul, but it's really not that bad because I only repeated one of the shades, which is Gash, and that's more of a burgundy shade, and I don't feel too bad about that. This is so awkward, but here are the 4 shades that I picked up. This one is Chains, this one is Frostbite, this one here is Plague, and then this one is the one that I mentioned, Gash, which is in the limited Reloaded palette. So here are the swatches. This is Gash. This green one here is Chains, which is so gorgeous, right? That's like a great, I would call it like a Venom green. Why did I want to say that? I don't know, but it's like an olivey forest green. Then this one is Plague, which is gorgeous, right? It's like a blue purple shade. And then this one is like a chunky navy shade with silver sparkle. and that one is Frostbite. We'll use Urban Decay as the segue into the Sephora items because I did pick up one of the Urban Decay anti-aging primer potions, which was on sale at Sephora for $10, so I definitely grabbed this one. I think they were just having a quick sale on these. I grabbed this because I love this primer potion and I wanted to get a backup, and it was a great time to get it because it was $10. It was on sale. It's normally $20, so I definitely went ahead and grabbed that. And then I also picked up a few of the new Bite lipsticks. These are new shades, and Bite is a really nice vegan brand from Sephora. Their lipstick formula is all natural and literally edible, so you can eat it and not get sick, which is a great thing. I mean, you want your lipstick to be something you can ingest without being poisoned and dying and be like, imagine they used to have lead in lipsticks. Remember that? Oh my god. Oh, I got a comment about from someone. I don't know if it was a comment or a message, I forget what it was, but she was asking me if I heard about different products having lead in them, and if you rub a penny on it, it changes color. Now, back in the day, they did have lead in products. Today, FDA has regulated that's not accepted, that's no longer allowed, and the brands typically don't have lead in their products. I would hope and pray that they don't. Now, regulations do restrict that, and there are other ingredients that can change the color of a product when it's rubbed with a metal. So I wouldn't get too outraged about that, or too, you know, oh my god, what's going on, conspiracy theorists. Like, don't get too worked up about that. But always keep your eye out for products and keep your eye on ingredients, because you never know what's going on. And it's so sad what's going on in Flint, Michigan with the lead and in the water. Oh my god, like, who takes river water and doesn't do an analysis of what's going to happen with the older pipe system? And in Jersey too, there are schools that are shutting down because there's lead in the drinking water. It's, oh god, it's scary to me. So be careful, guys. Just be very careful. But we're talking about these lipsticks. Let's not get too downhearted right now. We're trying to just be easy and just get an escape into the land of makeup and have fun with the pretty things. So, alright, let's talk about the makeup. Whew. So this lipstick is Squid Ink. They have some interesting different shades. This is a deep navy blue shade. Now, obviously, you know I'm not afraid of colored lipstick. I'm not afraid of going bold. Pastel lipsticks I may stay away from. Like, you ain't gonna catch me, you know, lavender lipstick. But you can catch me in some colorful blues and purples and green lipsticks. Like, I have no problems. All right, none. So that's Squid Ink. The next one is Whiskey, which is it's almost like a gray tone, deep wine red shade, and it's such an interesting shade. That's gonna be beautiful fall and for winter. Then we have Thistle, which is a nudie kind of gray tone shade. That one may be a little bit tough to pull off. I'm definitely going to need a darker liner with that, but we're going to do it because who's going to stop me? Nobody. And then Kale is a dark green shade, which you have green lipsticks on the market and you have blues, but nothing like these. These are rich dark shades, and I can definitely see myself wearing that for fall. Like, these three shades for fall and winter, I can pull those off. Like, who's gonna tell me I can't? I wish somebody would say something. And then this one, it's a great nude shade, but I do have to kind of tweak it a bit to make it more wearable on my darker skin tone. Now, I also picked up two of the Metallist liquid foil and glitter shadow duos from Touch in Soul. I got the shade Eldora and Margaret. And these are like a dual-sided glitter and cream product. And everybody has been raving about these. They're sold out, and I wanted to try them out because, you know, I'm enough. I'm a want in everything. If I egg, me in a red. So, again, this is Eldora, and they have like a cream product on one end, and then a loose glitter on the other. And this is more of a metallic glitter kind of product. And these are messy. Let's not even play ourselves. These are a little bit messy. They're a little bit trickier to work with, but the result is probably worth it now. Margaret need for shake up. No, it look like Margaret separate. Margaret na badamina. This cream, okay. That's not good because this one kind of got watery a little bit. But we're gonna try it out now because it's Sephora it come from. It can always go back. I have no problem. My return game is so strong. So the products I regret buying, gone back already. I have nothing for sure now. So this one is Eldora. So I have the cream here and then the little glitter on it, and then in the middle that's them layered on top. And then this is Margaret. You see Margaret, it's a little bit sheer. So I don't know. Mega see how I feel about this. Margaret is trying to play me and I'm not really in the dolly house thing with us, so she forgot to step up our game. Anyway, I got 2 contour products. I got this Black Up contouring powder, and this is actually a trio. It's the shade number 3. So there are 3 shades in here, if I could open it. So you have the actual contour shade here, and then you have the highlight shades, but if you see, it's kind of split. Even though they're not in separate pans, they're split. There's a matte highlight and then a shimmer highlight, which I don't like them being in the same pan, like they aren't divided, but that's the contour shade. Very smooth. It looks like it's gonna be a good color for me. That's the matte highlight, which I can't even see. It doesn't show up on my skin. And then that's the shimmer highlight. Again, I can't even see. Doesn't show up, which I like. I actually like that it's a very subtle highlight. So it's more like a yellow orangey tone powder. You see it a little bit heavier there. I was actually going to use that in my Bomb Makeup Challenge, but Black Up is no longer Black owned. But they originated as a Black owned brand, and they do still cater to darker skinned women. So I think brands like that still should and can be used in the challenge. You can mention them, because even though they may not be Black owned, they're still creating products for us. So I'm kind of on the fence with that, but we'll see how that goes. I also picked up the Sculpting powder from Kevyn Aucoin. Now they have the medium powder, which I already have, and then they created this darker shade now. This is deep, so they have a deeper shade now, and I was just glad to get it. Let me get the medium so we can see how they compare. So this is the medium, and then this is the deep. Now the medium has more of a gray undertone, as you can see, right? It works okay on me. It's not the best. And then that's the deep over there. Let me get some more. But that's the deep. So you know the deep is a definite better shade. But Kevyn Aucoin makes great powders, and I think that will work out pretty nicely for a contour shade. Ooh, I'm shiny, child. My shiny. I went ahead and grabbed some Buxom eyeshadows because of my friend Jessica. She texted me, she's like, oh my god, you have to get the shade Bronze Bod from Buxom. And I'm like, what? She's like, yes, I thought of you when I swatched it, or when I used it. She used it in a look. So thank you, Jessica. I went and swatched it, and I picked up a couple of their shades. Now, Twilight Tryst I already had, and that debuted with a collection of 6 shades. And how Buxom works, they have single eyeshadows, and you build a palette, you build a palette for $40, you get 6 shades, right? And they're discounted. If you buy them as singles, they're $12. So I went ahead and built the palette here, and I did get Bronze Bod, like Jessica said. I had Twilight Tryst from before, and they have a couple more shades from the collection that I also picked up. What are the names right now? Off the top of my head, I don't know, but I'll tell you right now. So this one is Bronze Bod, this one is Twilight Tryst, and this one is Silver Screen, again from the new collection. Beautiful shades, right? And then I got Dusk Till Dawn and Made of Jade, which are 2 beautiful green hued shades. And then the last shade I got to round out the collection is Hot or Yacht, which is just a matte, kind of gray toned deep shade. And then the most expensive and most exciting product from Sephora was the Pat McGrath Labs, and this is the everything bag. So this is a lip collection, and she has a bunch of products in this collection. It's a bag of sequins, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna make a mess. And everybody has been making a mess with this packaging, not me. I just slit it at the top and open it up. But there are a few products in here. Let me try to get them out and then we'll talk. Oh my god, that was like a freaking scavenger hunt in that bag of sequin there for the little things there. My goodness,
One better pot, one better.
So after all of that, in the bag there are 6 lipsticks, and they are each based on a kit. So you have Flesh 1, Flesh 2, which is a nudie tone. You have Blood 1, Blood 2, Venom 1, and Venom 2. So here are the nudie tones. Flesh 2 is probably going to be my go-to, and then I can mix in Flesh 1 to get like an ombre. Then you have Blood 1 and Blood 2, and then Venom 1 and Venom 2, which are beautiful reds, and those are going to be great. And I heard the formula is amazing, so I can't wait to try these out. And then you also get 3 little glitters and a pigment. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hello.
Where?
I'm recording. So here are the 3 glitters. You have like a microfine red, you have a deeper like burgundy, almost like a coppery gold, and then you have a gold pigment. And these have been all the rage. Oh my god. And these have been making the rounds on Instagram, you know, with the glitter lips. Don't know how that's gonna work out, but we're gonna try and see. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, that packaging looks so cheap and it feels like some cheap ass brand. And for the price, you'd be like, really? But it looked cheap bad. But I've heard that the lipstick formula is really good. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see, because you get a lot of products, but still. And there's also a clear gloss. Again, cheap as hell. This looks like the most basic ass, standard ass packaging I've ever seen, but it's just a clear gloss. So that's a clear gloss. What else I gotta say about it? What else I gotta say? So I also grabbed the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. So I have this one here, which is the shade D33 Warm. So I mentioned this before. Did I mention this? I mentioned this. I packed this to try out in my travel bag. So I did mention this, but I also picked up the shade Whiteout. And you're like, why you up Whiteout, miss? You know what? Where are you going to use that? But I can use it. I got it to do things. I got it to do 2 things. One, to add to my concealer, to brighten up the concealer just a touch instead of using a light concealer, because I want to, you know, kind of gauge how much lighter I get it. Plus, I can use it as an eyeshadow primer, because white makes bright colors stand out, and I love bright colors, so win-win. So I think this is gonna be an interesting one, and it's actually white. And then the concealer itself is my well, it's a little bit light, but it blends in under my eyes for a nice decent highlight. Not like a light ass highlight, but like a regular highlight. And the formula is decent. I never did like the first Lock-It concealer in the tube, so we'll see. It's a thicker moist formula, so we'll see how that works. And then the Whiteout, like I said, use it as a base. Like, it's a cream white product. Like, where do you find that? Nowhere. So it's really good. So the concealer should be my skin tone. You see it blends into my skin. That should be good for me. I don't like the bright ass under eye highlight. That's just not for me. So that's gonna be good. And then I also grabbed the new Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Concealer. I grabbed the one in Warm Honey. So this is Becca's new concealer. Did Becca ever have a concealer? Yes, they do. They have the little pot concealers. And don't they have another one too? I thought they did. I forget. But this one is Warm Honey. It's Aqua Luminous. So I'm going to see how that goes. It's aqua. Well, we'll see. If it's luminous under the eye and it brighten up, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it's the shade Warm Honey. This one's a little bit lighter. It's a thinner formula as well. So we'll see how that compares to the Kat Von D. And I use those concealers as a segue into the Tarte products, because I picked up the concealer from Tarte. This is the Shape Tape Concealer that everybody has been going crazy about. I got the shade Deep because I don't know. Tarte needs to stop. They did release some new shades though, so I'm seeing if what they do with their shade selection with foundation and concealer. Again, this is the shade Deep. And Deep is just going to be for my skin tone. Now again, it's a thicker formula. It blends out really nicely. It has great pigmentation. I do like the concealer. It didn't quite fix my life the way people are making it sound like it snatched their waists in and gave them a big butt. It just, I don't see that it's all like a miraculous concealer, but it's a good concealer. I won't front like it's bad. And then I also grabbed a couple of their new products. They have these lashes here, cruelty-free lashes, and they have the style, they have the style on this? This is the style Goddess. I hope you can see. Just a simple lash. Then you have the style Flirt. This gold packaging is not helping. It's a very light thin lash. Oh, there you go, you can see it that way. And then this one is, oh, I got two Goddesses, so maybe you can see it better here. So I did get the lashes, and I got the lash adhesive as well, which is really tiny. Like, why is it so tiny? It's no parabens, no mineral oils, no phthalates, no gluten-free. It's gluten-free. A baby ass lash glue, and it's black. So we're gonna see how this goes. It has a little brush with it too. So we're gonna try those out. It's good to have cruelty-free lashes, of course, and Tarte is stepping into the lash game. I also picked up a couple of their singles. I rounded out the collection of the singles that I have. I picked up the other ones because I did really enjoy the formula of the ones that I have. Here is Poker Face, which is a beautiful shade. You have Dame, which is more of a champagne, and then Grind. Oh, Grind is beautiful. That's like a pale taupey shade with a little bit of an olive undertone. The Tarte single eyeshadows have a much better formula than their shimmer shades in their palettes, and so I'm excited to try those out, test those out some more, and then let you guys know. Let me know if you want a review, because I can just swatch those and do a review for you, but I think the formula is really beautiful. It's better than the palettes, like I said. And I also picked up this Holiday 2016 palette. I wasn't going to pick it up, but they were having a sale, and I decided to go ahead and grab it. This is the Holiday 2016 palette. It's called Cool Color Vibes Amazonian Clay Eyeshadow Palette. Now, they've been saying that they're Amazonian clay palettes now, so I don't know if they changed the formula. I'm hoping they did. I didn't hate the formula before of the holiday palettes and the bigger palettes, but I wasn't in love with it. I only like their Tarteist palette, Tarteist palettes that they have that are in the, you know the palette, the all matte one. So this one, look at this mirror though. Isn't that beautiful? Look at my, ooh, look at my mirror. Look at my mirror. Ooh. But this is a beautiful, huge mirror. Like, it's huge. And it is really nice too. This will be great for applying your eyeshadow. Oh, my highlight. What? But these eyeshadows, it's a neutral palette, as you can tell. We'll see how this goes. I haven't tried this out. I just wanted to show this to you guys really quickly. I wanted to take pictures of this before I messed it up, but I'll show you the shades right there. I don't know. I don't care about pictures right now. Let's just do some quick swatches. So they have a few mattes in here and a few shimmers. The shimmery shades don't really feel like the singles at all. Like I mentioned, I don't think these... Oh! I take that back. They apply beautifully. But Tarte is known for more neutral wearable tones. So if you're into wearable shades, this might be a palette for you to check out. But these are really smooth shadows. Oh, I stand corrected, Tarte. I stand corrected. And the eyeshadow names are actually printed on the palette instead of on a little slip. And the palette, the insert, so what the eyeshadows are sitting in are actually plastic, so it's easy to clean. It's not cardboard. And then the rest of the palette is cardboard. I really like this packaging. This is much better than their previous packaging. Speaking of their palettes, they have these new customizable palettes. So you can purchase these off their website. It's a leopard print palette, and it's a Z palette type of palette. It has a huge mirror again. Look at my blinds, look at my, oh! It has a huge mirror, a great mirror. That's a great mirror. And then you can put your single eyeshadows or blushes in here, and you can build your own palette. Really like this palette. I think I need another one, but they limit one per customer per purchase, which is sucks, but I got two. come with the 2 different purchases. Don't wait, check me for it. Don't check me. Then did have a sale and I was involved. And then the last thing that I picked up from Tarte is their big blush book. Now, this came out last year and everybody bomb rushed it and it sold out so quickly and everybody was like, bring it back, we want it, we love it. And Tarte did another limited edition release of this blush book and I made sure I grabbed it. Last year I wasn't really interested in it. This year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it because I do like the Tarte blushes. Like, I love their Amazonian formula. So this is the big blush book. The big blush book. It is limited edition, no longer available. Sorry to tease you, it's not my fault if you didn't get it. Please don't hurt me. But they do always do blush palettes for their holiday collection. So if you missed out on this, there will be a blush palette that you can pick up, which typically has 4 to 6 shades. So you're not really gonna be missing out too much. You can pick up a palette from them. Don't hurt me. But we got, so it swivels like this. So it's a circle swivels. It's like a foam and cardboard packaging. And it has how many? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blushes. And these are mostly light blushes. Did not think that one through. These are probably not blushes for me. Feisty is definitely going to be a blush for me though. It's a very neutral blush. It light bad though. No sir. And then Perky. No, I shouldn't take it up. You see I'm fast? Me go take fast now. And this is for a light skin person. This is definitely for light skin tones. This ain't for me. It ain't for me. Look here now. Look on this. This is the darkest shade in the palette. No, that's the darkest shade. Stop it. That's Perky. What? And then this is that. What? You know what? On second thought, you can still get your hands on this palette if you want to buy it off of me. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, because what am I gonna do with this? This don't even show up. Listen to me, Tarte. Listen to me now. I'm very upset. This is not gonna show up on me at all. But you know what? Sometimes you should test products out on your skin before you make a complaint, because sometimes they deepen up when they touch like a moist foundation. So maybe we're gonna go with that, because that's the best we can do right now. Because I can't believe Tarte just come play me out and just say, no miss, you wish. Well, that ended on a very bitter note. Well, I was excited about the palette until I saw the colors and just swatched it, because I saved the palette until now to swatch it for you and got disappointed. So that's that. And yeah. But anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed this haul video, enjoyed some of the new products that I have to showcase to you guys and to test out and try out and let you guys know how I feel about them and to do swatches. Tell me what you guys are most excited to see and I'll see what I can do for you. And definitely I think the lip kit from Pat McGrath I'm gonna have to try out, because them cheap looking bad, but my ears are the formula nice. I'm gonna test them out and make you know. But yeah, that's it for me. I will list as many of the products as I can down below in the description box with links to where you can find them as usual. And I always leave links to my Instagram and Twitter. Definitely follow me along there. And until my next video guys, which will be very soon, I promise, I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.